Welcome to Mystic Radio with Robin Alexis. If it's Wednesday or Sunday, it's Mystic Radio. And if you're listening on the radio at WEMJ in Laconia, New Hampshire, it's on Saturday. Hi, I'm Bob Ordinero, Robin's husband and producer of Mystic Radio with Robin Alexis. Robin and I welcome our listeners from all over the world to call the show today. It's your calls and questions that make our live call and show so intriguing. Today, Robin is going to channel the spirit of Marilyn Monroe. So if you have a question or just want to talk to Marilyn Monroe through Robin today, call now, and the toll-free number is 888-298-5569, locally in Seattle, 425-373-5527, and we will be taking the calls from Marilyn first. For Marilyn first, Robin and I want to thank you for joining us today and for telling your family and friends about Mystic Radio. As many of you know, Mystic Radio is an experience, not an explanation.
Hey everybody, thank you for coming to the show today. I am Robin Alexis, and remember, our goal is to provide you with self-empowerment. We want you to know, trust, and act upon your own knowing. So, for example, when you cast a vote, your energy is in alignment with your own intuition and your own feeling essence, and you make decisions from that. And so that's what this show is all about, enhancing everyone to not surrender your free will or personal responsibility to someone else, certainly not someone that you see has as an authority figure. You want to be your own authority and authentic to yourself and be accountable for your own thoughts, words, and deeds.
Today, if you want to talk to the spirit of Marilyn Monroe or have a question for her, Robin is going to take those calls first. The toll-free number is 888-298-5569. Locally in Seattle, the phone number is 425-373-5527. Now, when you call in, you have one question to ask Robin, so make it a good one, and she can be of service to you in many ways. She can teach you how to manage your own energy and help you get the clarity about the choices you have to make in life. She can tell you about your past lives, as she's a medium, and she can talk to Marilyn Monroe or babies, people, or pets who've transitioned to the other side, and she can rebalance your energy.
So I do invite you to call into the show. I have had 3 near-death experiences and multiple experiences on an interspecies level, which I do know for a fact has influenced our election this year in a very profound way. And of course, you've just been hearing how I am also of service to Marilyn Monroe, and that is certainly an honor, because Marilyn Sparkle is something that we all need to have more of in our lives, and I'm thrilled that we have her as a special guest today and someone else that is coming up very shortly, so stay tuned.
Now, once again, if you want to talk to the spirit of Marilyn Monroe or have a question for her, Robin is going to take those calls first. The toll-free number is 888-298-5569, locally in Seattle, 425-373-5527. Well, is Marilyn on the line? Is Nina Bosky on the line, Eric? Okay, well, Nina, our special guest, is not on the line. So, callers today, please take your phone off speaker and turn off your radio or computer before you get on the call with Robin.
And we hear often that people want to call in to Mystic Radio for their free on-air readings, but they keep forgetting. So we have a suggestion to help you remember. Set your cell phone alarm on repeat for 12 noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesdays, and put the Mystic Radio call-in number in your phone. The toll-free number is 888-298-5569, and you'll never forget to call into or listen to Mystic Radio again.
Well, I'm going to play the gong to clear the energy for the show today, and we're waiting to connect up with our very special guest, Nina Bosky. So in the interim, we will take calls. So here's the gong. Well, the gong brought us Nina. Thank goodness. Nina.
Hi.
Welcome to Mystic Radio. We have a very special guest with us today, and her name is Nina Bosky. Nina is an entertainment lawyer and media executive, lifestyle expert, coach, author, and entrepreneur. She is the lead producer on Goodnight Marilyn, a movie surrounding the last 3 days of Marilyn's death that's expected to go into production in the spring of 2017. And she works on the real-life investigation into Marilyn's death. Welcome, Nina.
Hi there. How are you guys? Good to be here.
Oh, glad
Thank
we
you for
got a
being
hold
here.
of you, and glad you are here. So I'm going to start with some questions, Nina. How did you get involved working on Marilyn Monroe projects?
That's actually a really good question. I think I got involved. I think sometimes just like with people and situations, they find you. And in this case, that's exactly what happened. I was working on a television show a little over 3.5 years ago, and the guy that wrote the screenplay, actually there's two people that wrote the screenplay, but the gentleman, the author that wrote the book called No City for Dreaming, had wanted to promote the book. And he wanted to be on my radio show at the time, and I said, so I did what I call a power read, right, or I thought I was going to, and I ended up reading the whole thing from start to finish, and I said to him when I met with him, I said, God, that should be a screenplay. And he says, well, it is a screenplay as well. It was optioned by HBO about 10 years ago, and they went with the biopic version. And so that started my entry into the movie portion of it. And then what happened is we started a global radio show around the movie to actually market the movie. That was the real reason why we did it. And when the movie got delayed, I was like, okay, well, what are we going to do? What are we going to talk about? Well, let's look into the real-life investigation of what happened to Marilyn Monroe. And that started a whole other journey that I wasn't even aware of. And in some ways, now I know the connection of why I got involved in this project. So, part of the real-life investigation, which is very different than the movie. The movie's entertainment thrill ride. It's based on fact and fiction, but it will leave the audience members asking themselves, what exactly happened to Marilyn Monroe? And based on the real-life investigation, I don't think anybody really knows the truth. And there's a lot of things that we have that can come to light, similar to what happened in our country today and these last weeks where, truths are being, kind of thrown out there, and we're having to look at certain things front and center. So, exciting times.
So how did you include or contact or get Robin involved with the Marilyn Monroe projects?
Well, what happened was when you look at real-life investigations, right, and, Robin's been instrumental in so many ways, and what happened was I want to put together a full investigation, so a forensic team, a mental health team, the Marilyn experts, and a lot of times in these types of shows, you see psychic mediums that work with police and law enforcement, and I started out on a search to find the right kind of Marilyn medium. And what I found is that some very, very well-known mediums, actually, that are out there in the media, they either weren't connecting with her, or two, they just didn't pick up the essence of who Marilyn Monroe is and was. And so when I got referred to Robin, she instantaneously, picked up Marilyn, the heart of Marilyn, the spirit of Marilyn, and to me, that was the most important thing.
Well, what was your first response when Robin told you that Marilyn wanted to create an annual Honor Marilyn, Honor the Troops fundraising event, and it's Veterans Day this weekend. We're very excited about all the projects we have. What was your first response when she came to you with that project?
Well, here I laugh because, there are times that, if you think about with Goodnight Marilyn, it started as a movie, then it grew into a radio show, then it's grown into the real-life investigation. And for those of us that are in the Maryland community that know Marilyn quite well, once you're in her realm of kind of her circle, It's like the Hotel California. You can check out anytime you want, but you can never leave. And so when she told me about the troops and honoring the troops, my first thing was, of course, she's would want that. And the second feeling I got from it was really what a great way to honor her. There is sometimes a conflicting feeling I have inside myself because, we are promoting a movie, we're doing a real life investigation, there's a radio show around her, and we're just one entity. There's millions of people, thousands of images around her, if not millions of images with her all over the world. And we're constantly displaying her images, and a lot of people are making money, including us, if we go forward with all the stuff when we go forward with all the stuff that we're doing. And I think it's really important to give back. And when she approached me about it, I thought, you know what? Let's honor her image. Let's honor her legacy and things that would be important to her. So it really resonated with me when she first brought me the idea.
Well, I also understand that one of the most satisfying events in Marilyn's life was entertaining the U.S. troops overseas.
Yes. And that was really big. I mean, you'll see images, this week we're, honoring Marilyn, honoring the troops. And, you look back into, the Korean War back in 1954, and you see all these wonderful messages and images, and you also see how, these expressions on our military's faces that are just so enlightened and brightened by Marilyn's presence. And I think even more so this week, based on what's going on with our country, that, a little Marilyn sunshine is something we all need. We really need to lift each other up because, it's unifying. And Marilyn, in the troops and entertaining the troops, unified us and gave us a slice of Americana, and even more so today than back in 1954. We didn't realize that at the time, right?
Well, it's very exciting to have you here, Nina, and Marilyn is speaking through me and saying, "Hi, Nina."
Hello, Marilyn.
Yes, and she says that it's true that she is able to communicate heart to heart, soul to soul, to people all over the world, and that if she had continued to live and fulfilled her humanitarian soul purpose and soul mission, she certainly would have been involved in helping the troops, but she also would have been involved in some other things too, and we'll talk about that later on in the show. But right now, what Marilyn wants is to, first of all, tell you, Nina, she's very, very excited about the Goodnight Marilyn movie. She's excited about the production. She can see a lot of movement with that and is really excited about that getting going in the spring of 2017. So yay! Yeah, Marilyn's so excited about that. And so for people who might need a little bit more clarity about Marilyn Monroe and her involvement and what's happening is, I didn't know at the time that Marilyn Monroe approached me in a channel that her most fulfilling experience was entertaining the troops in Korea. I later found that on the internet. But what she said to me is, because there's so much global appeal for her, especially right now, which I will refer back to Nina to explain that. But what Marilyn said to me, let's use my global appeal to do something that is humanitarian, that will really lift people up into a higher octave than what's been going on. And she said that she wanted to pick a certain nonprofit for the veterans to help that particular group of people. And so the first step after I talked to Marilyn about this is I went to my son-in-law, who is a veteran. He served in Iraq and Afghanistan as a Marine. And I said to him, give me some names of veterans groups that you vetted that you think are good. And as he went down the list, the one, when he said Operation Homefront, which buys homes for families in addition to other things, my whole body lit up with the Marilyn vibe, going, yeah, that's it. And she said to me that she didn't have a home growing up and that she feels that owning a home is still the American dream, and that who of all people should have that right to have that fulfilled are our veterans in their families. And Marilyn is also speaking right now in terms of what's going on right now. She says that we have no idea how much more difficult the way that we have all behaved in America has affected the safety of the active troops who are involved in, we don't really even know what. And she's bringing up the fact that we have lost some American military people during the last 2 months. And, we don't even know their names. And she says they're not nameless and they shouldn't be forgotten, and their families and what they're going through. And if the way that we can lift them up is to donate to OperationHomefront.net. And when you do, they want you, the OperationHomefront.net themselves, they want you to put Honor Marilyn on your donation, because they're literally going to be tracking how much money this is able to bring in for the veterans. And the other thing is that Marilyn, what she wants, and we'll see whether it happens, because like what Nina says, what she wants usually is getting if you're part of her tribe. She actually wants us in the future to have like a black tie event, and it would be similar to actually, Bob wrote it down for me, and I can't even see it. But it's the type of fundraiser that happens at election time, where no matter how ugly the campaign season has gotten, the two candidates will come together for a higher cause. And down the road, Marilyn doesn't want us just to do online events, which Nina can explain about that in a moment too. But she wants us to have a black tie event. She wants every year. And she's saying to you, Nina, especially after the Goodnight Marilyn movie comes out, that she's really seeing this as an annual event and getting our priorities straight. So I was just channeling that, Nina. What I don't even remember what Marilyn asked you. So can you fill in from here?
Well, I think one of the things that's really important is that, it's similar to, we say we value our military, we say we value our teachers, and then yet when the military come home, or the support of the military families aren't really, our words and our actions don't go hand in hand. I think what she's doing is she's shining a light on that. And I think that anytime we can utilize, and it's in this case, utilizing a celebrity that's passed in this case, but a lot of times celebrities that are in present time here in the world in 2016 utilize their name and image for good. So I think the thing is here is for us to whether you have a military family member, a friend, or just want to support the troops this week and support our country. I think Operation Homefront is one of the best to do that through. Like you said, it gives people the ability, to make their own home. And for Marilyn, that was really, really huge. And it allows them to, seriously, for Veterans Day, they build strong, families, and they give relief and reoccurring support programs to really help them thrive in a multiple of different ways. So, go on and check out Operation Homefront. This isn't going through Goodnight Marilyn. It's not going through Robin Alexis. It's going to, you go into Operation Homefront, everything goes there. And to me, that allows Marilyn's legacy. Most people don't know this about her. They think of her as a glamorous movie star, a tragic figure, somebody that maybe wasn't aware that she had a philanthropic really way about her. And she was a humanitarian. And as we know, on the other side is a humanitarian as well, and really wanting to be able to support the troops. And as she says, and has said in the past, is that some of her most happiest time in her life was entertaining the troops in Korea back in 1954.
And let's just be clear, that's OperationHomefront.net. And Nina, why don't you tell us about the Facebook page that's handling all the details on the global online event so that people can get access to all the details and fun and how to get involved and how to put Honor Marilyn on the donations?
Exactly. So what I'd like you to do is you go to facebook.com/Goodnight Marilyn. That's facebook.com/Goodnight Marilyn. It's right there on the posts themselves. We're posting all week. You can donate. I'm asking everybody to share. And what I'm saying to people is just donate $5. It can be $25. It could be, if you're really wealthy and you want to really give to our support, the more the merrier. But sometimes it's like, just give $5 if that's all you can do. Every
just
little
do
bit
something.
Support, do something, right? And put in the donation note when you go on and you actually donate money, it will say in honor of. And so I put it in the note, and then I put it in honor of Marilyn Monroe. And so I think the thing is that the key here is, if you really love Marilyn, if you love our country, this is a wonderful way to spread a little bit of sunshine this week and really do something good and not just utilize somebody's image. I love the fact that we're doing a movie. I love the fact we're doing a real-life investigation. But I love the fact that we can affect, through Marilyn's legacy, the ability to help our military families, and they need it more than ever right now.
Yes, and let's give a particular moment here to speak about Cassandra Carroll and what she will be doing on Friday. Could you talk about that, please?
Yeah, she has sent us, she's going to be singing a wonderful song.
Wait a second. Cassandra Carroll is an amazing Marilyn Monroe impersonator. So go ahead, go from there.
Oh, she's wonderful. And not only is she a great impersonator of Marilyn Monroe, but she has a lightness about her and such a sweetness and that Marilyn quality that she could just light up a room. And she's, Marilyn had a lot of different sides to her. But one of the sides that Cassandra captures just so wonderfully is that beautiful, childlike, wonder-type spirit that is filled with kindness and sweetness, and, everybody feels better because of it. And when you think of Marilyn Monroe and some of her fans that just love her to death, just really, really love her, is the fact that she made them feel special. That's what Marilyn, I think when you look at why Marilyn's legacy has lasted as long as it has, it really boils down to Marilyn allowed each of us to get in touch with that special quality in ourselves, and that's a unique gift. Forget about celebrity, just any human being has.
That's beautiful. And I do want to tell people that you can go to Facebook to Goodnight Marilyn and learn many, many things that are going on. And you can also come to the Marilyn Monroe medium Robin Alexis Facebook page. I have things posted in there that you're not going to find anyplace else, that are additional features and things that are going to be going on Facebook Live and in other opportunities. You're not going to want to miss it. I'll tell you a little bit more about that later on in the show. But the point is, no matter where you go on Facebook or which things you want to follow, whether it's a metaphysical appreciation of Marilyn or it's, entertainment like with Cassandra, whatever it is, share, donate to OperationHomefront.net. That is the point of this conversation. And remember, like what Nina just said, put honor Marilyn and maybe even honor the troops. Go ahead, Nina.
Oh, and what I was going to say also is that if you want to do your own Facebook Live, we're going to be doing a live Facebook session, 11 a.m. Pacific Coast time on Friday on the Goodnight Marilyn page, so facebook.com/Goodnight Marilyn. When I ask people to do their own Facebook Live sessions, some people get a little shy, right? And so they may just follow us and come to our page, but I'm certainly going to invite all of you, if you'd like, to do your own Facebook Live contribution. And all of the text and all of the dialogue that you need to promote it is right there in the text in the body of the post. But one of the things that I did earlier in the week when I introduced this was I said a special thought for Marilyn But then I also went into my own family, and I have a second cousin that is actually stationed in Japan and just basically came back from the Middle East in his last round before he was shipped off to Japan. And I think it's really, really important to make sure that we say hello to the people that we love, because I'm certainly sure that somebody either has a family member or a friend or somebody associated in the military that they'd like to say a good thought for as well.
Thank you very
so much, Nina.
Nina, for joining us today.
And for making this happen.
And
Thank you.
for working with us to make it happen. If you want to talk to Marilyn Monroe through Robin, or you have other calls, the toll-free number today is 888-298-5569, locally in Seattle, 425-373-5527. We will be back after these short messages. Thanks again, Nina. This is Mystic Radio.
Imagine receiving a gift certificate for a personal one-on-one phone session with Robin Alexis. You can give it to family and friends, or you can even give it to yourself. As the holiday season approaches, Robin Alexis is offering a 10% discount on gift certificates for her one-on-one phone sessions, good from January 1st to December 31st, 2017. Whether you buy these discounted gift certificates for yourself or your family and friends, it's up to you. Getting sessions with Robin Alexis could be a gift to everyone around you, including yourself, and maybe even change your life. Holiday gift certificates are only available by calling Bob at 530-859-2499, and this offer is good for Soul Spa members and non-members alike. Let's shop for the renewal of our spirits for our family and friends, and even ourselves this holiday season. Call Bob 530-859-2499 and purchase as many discounted personal one-on-one phone sessions with Robin Alexis for 2017 as you want. Your family and friends and even yourself will love you for it. We reserve the right to end this promotion at any time without notice. Call Bob now at 530-859-2499 and get your holiday shopping done ASAP.
This is Wendy Williams, Soul Spa member since 2013. I've received incredible healings and insights from Robin Alexis. The Soul Spa has weekly as well as full and new moon meditations, Reiki healing portals, and a book club. I've increased my vibration to the fifth spiritual dimension, or New Earth, as a result of these powerful resources. I've become a published author, an ordained minister, and a past life regressionist. Visit robinalexis.com and ask yourself, do I feel the vibration of joy, health, wealth, and harmonious relationships here? It's just $1 to join the Soul Spa for a 30-day trial membership. Join us now to experience the peace and the love at robinalexis.com.
Easy on the ears, good for the soul. Alternative Talk 1150.
Welcome back to Mystic Radio with Robin Alexis. If it's Wednesday or Sunday, it's Mystic Radio.
And to get in touch with me for a one-on-one session, call 530-859-2499 or check out our website, robinalexis.com. And for details of today's show, follow me on the Marilyn Monroe medium, Robin Alexis.
And you heard about the holiday gift certificates. It's not too early, folks. It's about, 6-7 weeks away. We're offering 10% off on all of Robin's readings in 2017. Now, once again, if you want to talk to the spirit of Marilyn Monroe, or if you have a question for her, or you just have a question for Robin today, we have some lines open. Give us a call. Toll free, 888-298-5569. Locally in Seattle, the phone number is 425-373-5527. Well, we do have a question for Marilyn Monroe. We've got Greg from Seattle. Greg, welcome to Mystic Radio from Mount Shasta, California. You're on with Robin Alexis and Marilyn Monroe.
Thanks, Bob. Hello, Marilyn. It's nice to talk to you.
It's nice to speak with you too, Greg.
I've enjoyed working with you on our project, but I was wondering if you, from where you are now, have a good idea of what the purpose of your life was when you were on Earth, when you were so famous. And do you think you fulfilled that purpose?
Greg, thank you for asking that question. I feel that the purpose for my life is the same as everyone else's, to recognize that we are children of Mother, Father, God, and that we just simply being ourselves are enough. I sought fame because I didn't think that I was enough. And as I died in the way that I died, I clearly had the opportunity to become very famous through not fulfilling my sole purpose, but becoming famous. But my message is that what is yours will come to you, whether it's in one lifetime or another. And now where I am, I know that I am a child of Mother, Father, God. And I know that reaching out still, whether I'm in a body or not, or whether part of me is in a body and part of me is not, it does not matter. We're all here to learn that we are children of Mother, Father, God. Does that help you?
Yes, that's beautiful. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, and that's inspiring, I think, to everyone.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me?
No, I think that's it. I was just curious about that.
Well, may I talk to you about my observations of you?
Yes, of course.
My feeling is that you don't understand that you're living in this time frame, that there's part of you that still thinks he's Benjamin Franklin. And is there anything that I can do to help you with that so that you can be in your body while you still have one?
I don't know. I don't have that same experience, or I'm not conscious of what you're talking about, but I'm open to any help you can give me.
Well, we won't tend to it right now then, will we? I'll talk to you later. Thanks for the call, Greg.
All right. Nice to speak with you.
We have Christine from Seattle who has a question for Marilyn Monroe. Christine, welcome to Mystic Radio from Mount Shasta.
Thank you so much for taking my call. How are you, Marilyn?
I'm fine. How are you, Christine?
Fantastic. And I, unlike so many others, feel very hopeful today. I am very, very hopeful about our country. But my question is, now that I have all this kind of reflected back hope to myself, if you can answer anything that I have coming up here in 2017, do you see anything that I should be focusing on or perhaps putting my attention to?
Well, what I see with you is that your heart is very, very open, and that is what I was speaking about before to Gregory, is that when we are remembering that we are children of Mother, Father, God, then our hearts are very open. We feel lots and lots of love, and I would encourage you to simply keep allowing yourself to be a vehicle of that love. You seem to really like to touch, whether it's a pet or a flower or the breeze on your cheek. Continue to do what makes you feel really, really good, because God knows we need people who feel really good. So thank you for your call, Christine.
Yes, and I will be supporting our vets. Thank you so much for that as well. And thank you for being such a light to them, Marilyn.
Thank you.
This is Mystic Radio. If you do want to talk to Robin, have any kind of question for Robin, or you have a question for Marilyn Monroe, the toll-free number, and we got some lines open, so the toll-free number, 888-298-5569, locally in Seattle, 425-373-5527. We will be back after these short messages.
Imagine receiving a gift certificate for a personal one-on-one phone session with Robin Alexis. You can give it to family and friends, or you can even give it to yourself. As the holiday season approaches, Robin Alexis is offering a 10% discount on gift certificates for her one-on-one phone sessions, good from January 1st to December 31st, 2017. Whether you buy these discounted gift certificates for yourself or your family and friends, it's up to you. Getting sessions with Robin Alexis could be a gift to everyone around you, including yourself, and maybe even change your life. Holiday gift certificates are only available by calling Bob at 530-859-2499, and this offer is good for Soul Spa members and non-members alike. Let's shop for the renewal of our spirits for our family and friends, and even ourselves this holiday season. Call Bob 530-859-2499 and purchase as many discounted personal one-on-one phone sessions with Robin Alexis for 2017 as you want. Your family and friends and even yourself will love you for it. We reserve the right to end this promotion at any time without notice. Call Bob now at 530-859-2499 and get your holiday shopping done ASAP.
Hi, I'm Greg. I was just thinking about how my life has really shifted after I started working with Robin Alexis. In our first session, she helped me speak to my deceased parents, and she also helped me clear out what had been separating me from my higher self. Believe me, there's nothing more life-changing than discovering your higher self and connecting with it. In the next reading, Robin introduced me to some ascended masters and to my guides. It wasn't long before I found that I have the ability to channel guides and ascended masters myself. My favorite guest is Benjamin Franklin. Working with Robin has been like pushing the reset button on my life. Also, being part of the Soul Spa online community has been a great bonus, giving me the opportunity to work with so many like-minded people. So try getting your reset button pushed by tuning into Mystic Radio and checking out the Soul Spa at robinalexis.com.
Find our app in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store and take us with you wherever you go. Alternative Talk AM 1150.
Welcome back to Mystic Radio with Robin Alexis. If it's a Wednesday or Friday, it is Mystic Radio.
And to get in touch with me for a one-on-one phone reading, you can call 530-859-2499, visit our website, robinalexis.com, or you are absolutely going to want to go to Facebook, and the page is the Marilyn Monroe medium Robin Alexis. If you don't go to that Facebook page, you are going to miss some huge, interesting events. One of which is that Dr. Nels, who was hand-selected by Marilyn Monroe to have an ongoing every Wednesday Facebook Live radio show helping animals, you're going to learn about that on the Marilyn Monroe medium Robin Alexis page, and that's just one event you do not want to miss.
You've got them all listed on there, don't you?
It's truly astounding what we have going on.
And once again, it is the Marilyn Monroe medium Robin Alexis Facebook page. Go there, take a look at it, and I'm sure you'll be excited. Now we have Maureen from Port Orchard, Washington, who's been with us holding since the beginning of the show. Thanks for holding, Maureen. This is Mystic Radio. You are on from Mount Shasta, California, and you are on with Robin.
Hi, Robin. I have had a lot of low back pain. The SI joint, the sacroiliac keeps going out. There's some negative energy sitting there, and I thought I had cleared it with your prayer of "In God I Trust Angels." But something, I don't know if they're attaching to me on purpose or don't know, but every time I go to the chiropractor, I come home and immediately the joint just slips out again. So could you clear the energy or whatever is attaching down there?
Yes, and Marilyn is just here. Let's just acknowledge that. And what she is saying is that you have a similar back issue to what President Kennedy had. So her thought, and I'm not sure if it's mine, but I'm going to share it anyway, is that did this start happening to you during this whole election season, that it got worse again?
It got worse, but it has been going on for, 2 years, and it's just gradually gotten worse.
Okay.
I don't...
okay, so there's not a direct correlation. Okay.
No, I think there's some emotional thing with me or somebody's attached to me, but
Well, that's what I actually was wondering. Is it feels to me like one of the deceased, or several of the deceased presidents are connecting in through you. So, okay, so the issue that I'm seeing for you, it isn't directly in your back. Your back is expressing it, but it's an energy called the reception control line. That's the energy between a person's individual consciousness and then collective consciousness. And when you start having energy from collective consciousness dumping down into your reception control line, you will begin to feel energies that aren't your own. So you want to be part of the world, or whatever that expression is. You're in the world but not of it. You don't want to absorb that energy backwash from collective consciousness. So I'm already watching your reception control line begin to shift out, and we're going to reattach it back into your connection. And we're going to go all the way to the iron core crystal in the first dimension of the Milky Way, and kind of plug you back into, there you go, that's much better. So you've been falling down into your back instead of holding yourself up in your ascendant frequency because you were detached from that energetic in the Milky Way vibration. I'm actually feeling it coming right down your spine right now. Now I'm actually at your spot in your back where you talk about having health issues, and it's very much pooling energy there. I'm going to see if we can open up the energy. Actually, you're holding it. So you're holding it because you think if you can hold this frequency, then it won't injure humanity. It's like there's a part of you that doesn't trust humanity to make good choices, and because you're afraid of what they might do that would affect themselves, you in the earth, you have taken this in to that part of your body and you're holding it. So what I want you to do now is see Mother Gaia in the inner earth with a basin up over her head, and I want you to drop that down. What you have to do is trust her to take this energy like a fertilizer, and she will use it. There you go. That's much better. I can feel your energy shifting. And I think it would be wonderful if Bob could play the gong to help move this energy along for you. There we go. That's better. Oh! Very good. And Maureen, I feel like you're a surrogate healer, that a lot of us sensitives did the same thing. We got confused and we forgot our way, and then we started holding the energy, trying to create an outcome that really isn't ours to create. We're all here in a free will zone to learn to know, trust, and act upon our own knowing. And when we hold that energy away from other people, then they don't learn, or we don't learn. So we can't play the motherhood with martyrdom frequency. We have to step back. That's it. You just did it. Maureen, that's great. Thank you so much for the call, and I'll send you some energy tonight at 7:30 when I'm meditating.
Oh, okay. And does everybody get that same energy in the same spot, or just different places along their back?
It's different places depending on what's going on with an individual. But your correction is it did take. I can still see you're holding the vibration. Now we'll just feed it later in meditation. I'll see you in meditation.
Thanks, Maureen.
Okay. Thank you.
So, Robin, why don't you tell us more about what's on the Marilyn Monroe medium Robin Alexis Facebook page? Give us another event that's on there, and there's lots of stuff on there.
Well, first of all, Marilyn did channel through me that she wanted to start this annual worldwide fundraising event for OperationHomefront.net. In addition to that, Marilyn said to me, what is a home if it doesn't have pets in it? So I asked her which practitioner did she want to endorse, and she endorsed Dr. Nels with his Healing Animal Ministry, and he has started at 1 p.m. Pacific Coast time starting today, endorsed by Marilyn Monroe. He has a Facebook Live show where people who have animal issues can go to him on Facebook, and he will help your animal. So,
and you can get that information from the Marilyn Monroe medium Robin Alexis Facebook page.
Yes.
Okay, let's go to Christine from Bend, Oregon. Christine, welcome to Mystic Radio from Mount Shasta, California. You're on with Robin.
Hello, you two.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm kind of at a quandary with my faith here because I had believed, or I had been diagnosed with breast cancer, and rather than go through the radiating, cutting up, and whatever, I had gone through other methods, diet and healing friends and Reiki and so on and so forth, and believed that I had gotten rid of it. But this is the third ultrasound, and I was told instead that of it being gotten rid of, that it had grown a little.
Okay. So, I want you to ask your breast cancer, tune into it, and I want you to tell me, is that your energy, someone else's, or a combination?
I think it's somebody else's. I
get the same thing. So what you really are dealing with is, because you're an empathic and you're an intuitive and you're sensitive, you have an issue of not just observing an energy, but absorbing in energy. And so even if you heal, your body gets healed of the breast cancer, unless you learn how to manage your gifts, you are going to incur another type of illness. So the reason why the breast cancer is still there is because you haven't truly mastered what your soul is trying to get you to wake up from. So our bodies never lie. Your body is being an instrument, it's being a messenger, saying to your soul, hey, look, if you don't get this in this lifetime, you're still going to have to work on this in the next one. So we want that breast cancer. You need to talk to your breast cancer and say, hey, got the message, you can leave now. And when you send it away, ask that it go back to, let's do it right now. I want you to ask that breast cancer to go back to source, back to Mother, Father, God, and then ask Mother, Father, God to bring you back in energy that serves your highest and holiest. And that's it. Very good. Tell me what you're feeling as you're experiencing this giving away. Give it away. Oh, give it 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 away. Yeah, the Native Americans have a ceremony in their sweat lodges where in the fire, in the middle of the sweat, they will give away that which isn't theirs or that which isn't serving them. And you need to have this ceremony. Maybe you'll start a fire and you'll sing, give it away, give it away, give it away. And then you wait and you ask for your ancestors, you ask for Mother, Father, God to then give you back what you need. And first of all, what you need is to understand you need more teaching. You need someone to show you how to be able to be who you are in the world and not let the world take you out. So how do you feel now as I've been explaining this to you?
Well, I don't know yet.
Okay, that's a good answer. I probably would be saying the same thing. But I hope you'll re-listen to this call so you get more clarity about what you can be doing. And, of course, I'm always here for you. And Marilyn says she's here for you, too. So thank you for the call, Christy.
Okay. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
We're going to go to Carissa from... Where is Carissa from? Carissa's from Seattle. Welcome to Mystic Radio from Mount Shasta, California. Carissa, you're on with Robin Alexis.
Oh, hi. Is Marilyn still on there too, or?
Marilyn is here, yes. What would you like to share with her?
Well, I feel like I've always had a connection with Marilyn, but my main question is I have a son that has a drug problem, and I know that this is kind of a weird question. I know Marilyn, they say that she died from an overdose, and I feel like I just need some kind of guidance to try to help my son to get off of this, though. I feel like he's off track because of my life. Could that be? Can he be off track because of what's happened in my life?
This is Marilyn, and I want you to know that the biggest reason why I picked Robin Alexis to be the Marilyn Monroe medium that I will speak through consistently is that I always wanted to be a mother, and many of you don't know that I lost children, and it was early on in these pregnancies, and when I died, I wanted to know where my babies were and what could I do to reconnect with them. So I want you to see that your bond with your son is inevitably timeless, like my bond with my children, the spirit babies, is very strong. However, there are some things in this life that have nothing to do with you in the sense of your son having drug issues. In my opinion, we all take our drugs, don't we, because we're afraid of listening to the pain and letting the pain be a teacher. And like death is a really profound teacher, so is pain. Pain can be a place where you ask it, as Robin has taught you through the Christie call, to ask it. First of all, is it yours? What I came to realize is that I was a sensitive, and I didn't have anybody to teach me how to be a sensitive. I channeled it into my acting. I could take on all these roles because I was a sensitive, but I didn't know how to do it. In my personal life, I was in pain, and I felt very alone, and I did go to those doctors, and just like today, they put me on all those drugs, and those were just dreadful. I'm not saying or copying to that I committed suicide, but I will say that the sadness I felt, that I never really knew how to be me. I only knew how to act being other people. But when the acting was over, I didn't know how to be me. It was too painful. And that is what I see is going on with your son. He doesn't know how to be himself. So why don't you just continue to find out who he is, and then you can help him be comfortable with being himself. And, you know, I do see that you don't really know how to be you either. So how can you role model that for your son? And again, that's why I like Robin, because she can help those moms out there, and they can help their kids.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome, Carissa.
Let's go to Alexa. Alexa, welcome to Mystic Radio from Mount Shasta, California. You are from Seattle also, and you are on with Robin, Marilyn, and whoever comes through. Welcome to the show.
Hello?
Hello, Alexa.
Oh,
You're
yes,
on with
hi.
Robin
I
Alexis.
didn't hear that. Yes, thank you so much. Yes, I have a question for Robin. I have been... well, I guess maybe it's a physical therapy day today, because I have been having this chronic problem with my neck. I have my C3 that goes out all the time, and I've been seeing a chiropractor for a long, long time about it. And I had to switch to another chiropractor a couple years ago. But
okay, I'm going to have to just go into answering you because we're running out of time on the show.
I just am wondering about why it's. I mean, I do use my upper body quite a bit in work, but sometimes there are emotional things that really tweak it, and I wanted to know if you can just give me some insight, because I'm sort of really like to just get this healed.
Yes, I do feel that you have an energy portal open in the back of your neck. I can see a cluster of some entities, but then I see another individual kind of ghost entity. That being has a lot of traction and is connected in with a lot of different timelines in the Akashic records and a lot of other people. So you're actually running whole timelines. Like if you took the presence of now and everything going on the planet, you're running that frequency, but you're also doing it in different timelines of different perspectives, not only for yourself, but for other people. And then in the in-between worlds of those timelines, you've got these entities, you've got portals opened, you've got ET stuff, you've got way too much going on. So on the one hand, you're very talented, but on the other hand, you desperately need a lot of clearing, and then you need to find out why this is perpetuating itself in your field. Now, I feel you have very good karma, so this isn't happening because of something dark within your own soul. It's not like that.
Yeah.
I feel more that you're highly sophisticated in being the light, but as I've been speaking in the show, and obviously Marilyn was speaking about, we don't know how to be ourselves as these beautiful lights in these human forms. And so to me, you need some healing work with your emotional body because you're so talented and such a sensitive. But you also need a major clearing. Once you get reset, you're going to be good to go. And you need to get really grounded, and I could talk to you about that too for about an hour, but I just don't have the time. We're wrapping up the show. So thank you for the call. I don't think a chiropractor is going to help you. You need some energy information, and then you will rock it. So, you might want to call for a session. Okay, Alexa?
Sounds great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we've had Marilyn Monroe.
And I just want to say thank you, Bob. I love Bob.
Well, thank you, Marilyn. Let's talk a little bit about the Marilyn Monroe medium, Robin Alexis Facebook page. And we got a couple minutes. Why don't you just talk about a few of the events on there?
Well, first of all, Marilyn stepped out of my field, but Marilyn has channeled a direct message to the active troops. That is on the Marilyn Monroe medium, Robin Alexis Facebook page. She asked me to channel all the dead presidents. That's on that page. We have Dr. Nell's show coming up at 1 o'clock. You can watch that and learn why Marilyn loves him to help you with your animals. And also, Marilyn wanted us to help open and resolve cold cases. On this Friday, November 11th at 11 a.m., Mount Shasta shamanic practitioner Matthew Bueno and myself, along with the spirit of Marilyn Monroe, we are going to begin to start solving cold cases. If you would like to be part of that free conference call, you are invited, but you have to go to the Marilyn Monroe Medium Facebook page to get the information about how to join that call. And Matthew and I will be working on an ongoing basis with Marilyn Monroe to solve cold cases all over this planet. So you want to stay in touch, and that's just the tip of the fingernail on what we're doing on that particular Facebook page.
Let's get out there. Let's donate to OperationHomefront.net for Veterans Day. It's a wonderful organization. They help veterans get homes, but they also do a lot of other things if you go to their website. And all of this information is on the Marilyn Monroe Medium, Robin Alexis Facebook page. Please go there, check it out. Robin's worked really hard. She's put a lot of info on that page. Let's donate. Let's help the troops. Let's lift this country a little bit. And thank you, all you wonderful people. You know that you are the show. The calls, Marilyn, Robin, you do a great show. This is Mystic Radio. Say goodbye, Robin.
No, goodbye, everybody. This is Marilyn.
This is Mystic Radio.